Thank you for joining me and welcome to your practice. My name is Nary. Today's practice will focus on self-compassion and self-love. A lot of times, I know for myself, there's a voice inside my head that's pretty hard on me. So we're going to use this practice to quiet those voices and give ourselves some love. So a chair and a blanket might come in handy. Let's get started. Come to your mat. We'll start on all fours. Spread your fingers wide. Place a little bit of extra weight on your index finger and thumb and begin to do cat-cow. So bring your chest forward and your tailbone up as you breathe in. Exhale, draw your chin towards your chest, tuck in your tailbone. And then we'll do that a couple of times with breath. So breathing in, chest forward, tailbone up, and exhaling, chin to chest, rainbow your spine, tuck in your tailbone. Notice when you come up if your elbows are locked. See if you can give a slight bend. Notice if you're craning your neck. Find length in your upper spine. And one more time. And then we'll sink into child's pose. And then we'll come back up again and curl your toes. Lift your knees off the ground and come into downward dog. Pedal your feet so your knees will be quite bent, bringing one heel towards the ground and the next. Let your neck relax. And then look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to a halfway lift. So your spine will be long, the crown of your head forward. Your hands could be on your thighs, your knees, or your shins. Now we're going to forward fold. So bend your knees a lot, hinge at your hips. You could use your chair for support if folding too far doesn't work for you. If you are folded, let your neck relax. Now press your feet into the ground and rise up. Bring your arms out and up. And then bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. So come to your mat, and we're going to stand in mountain pose or Tadasana. So really ground your feet into the earth. Have a slight bend to your knees so the muscles of your legs do most of the work. Really expand your spine long. And then once you've arrived, draw your shoulders up towards your ears and then draw your shoulder blades down and back. Now we're just going to start by doing a neck stretch. So bring your right ear towards right shoulder. And then come up and then move the opposite side. And then come up. And then we're just going to look first to the right, just as far as feels comfortable where you're feeling a stretch, not overstretching. And then coming back to center, and then moving to the other side. And doing small movements like this are really powerful because it allows you to keep your range of motion. And come back. Now bring your arms up to a cactus shape, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to move to my side, is draw your shoulder blades together so your chest will feel open as you breathe in, and then close into a prayer type position. And do that one more time, just opening up and then closing. Now come to the top of your mat. Take a full deep breath in, arms out and up. And then bring your hands to your side. We're going to start by bringing your left foot back. Step your left foot back and find a position where your feet are like they're in two tracks. So this will give you really good stability in your base. Now bend your front knee and just bend it to a point of comfort. Sometimes if you overbend, you'll feel some pain. So always move in a position where there's no pain. No pain is gain. So once you've found your solid base, start with your hands on your hips. Draw your shoulders down and back like you did in Tadasana or mountain pose. Now bring your hands up to that cactus shape, and we're going to straighten the front leg and draw shoulder blades together. Open up your heart, straighten your front leg as you breathe in, and then exhale, bend your front leg, draw your palms together. We'll do that 2 more times. So breathe in, open up your heart, straighten your front leg, and exhale, bending your front knee. 1 more time, straightening your front leg as you breathe in, exhaling, bending. Now bring your hands to your hips and then step your left foot to meet your right. We're going to do a balance pose. So if you have a chair with you, that could be helpful. We're coming into tree pose. So what we'll do is we'll start first standing in mountain pose, really feeling the stability with both feet on the ground first. Now bring most of your weight to your left leg, and we're just going to start by tenting the toes of our right leg. So most of your weight will be on the left leg. So getting balance, and we're going to, you could stay here, or if you wanted to use your chair for support, you could bring your right foot to your left calf, or even up to your thigh. So find a position that works good for you. So you could still use the chair for support, or you could bring your hands in prayer pose right by your heart, or maybe up to your sides like a tree. You might feel that you're wobbling a little bit, so maybe you could bring your foot down or use the chair and just play around with it, maybe balancing for a little bit and then using the chair for support. But feel the muscles working, those tiny muscles right by your foot on the standing leg, and know that you're doing really good work. Even if you're using the chair for balance, you're still working that leg. And if you're doing these exercises, you're gaining balance for when you're standing on both feet too. So it's a very powerful pose to do. All right, so come out and we'll take a freedom breath here. Take a full deep breath in, arms out and up to cactus. Open up your heart, draw your hands together, and then by your sides in mountain pose. And just take a moment to see what it feels like. If your feet feel a little bit different, maybe. Now come back to the top of your mat. So we'll take a deep breath in, arms out and up. Breathe in, and then exhale, hands to your heart and down to your sides. Now this time we're going to step our right foot back. Once again, finding that nice solid base. So really play around with foot placement, maybe bringing the back foot up or back. Finding a spot where you have really good stability and balance. So start by bending your left knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Your back foot will be at about a 45-degree angle. So now we're going to bring our hands up to cactus. Breathe in, draw your shoulder blades back, straighten your front leg as you breathe in, and then exhale, hands together into prayer, bend your front knee. Breathing in as you open up your heart, exhaling, bending front knee, hands in prayer. Inhale, straighten front leg, open up your heart. Exhale, bend your front knee, hands to prayer. So now we're going to bring your hands to your hips, step your right foot to meet your left. Take a full deep breath, arms out and up. And then bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Let's do the other side of tree pose. So come back to mountain pose, set your posture, ground your feet, have your chair right next to you if you'll need it. This time bring most of your weight to your right foot, and you can have your chair for balance and tent the toes of your left foot either alongside your ankle, your calf, or all the way up to your thigh. So find a position that feels good for you. My foot is really slipping here, so I'm going to go to my calf on this side. So you could begin with your hands to your heart, your hands up, or maybe moving back and forth, gaining balance. When you lose your balance, kind of a controlled fall, you could think about it. So getting your muscles ready to support you. It's especially important in icy Wisconsin weather because you just don't know where those ice patches are. So building these stabilizing muscles are so important. And then we'll take one breath here. Sometimes balance can be a little bit easier if you find a spot that you can gaze at, just to draw your attention and focus. Notice where your breath is. Sometimes there's a tendency to hold breath. So make sure you're breathing. And then we can come down. So we'll take a full, nice, deep breath, arms out and up to cactus. Draw your shoulder blades back. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Now come to the front of your mat. We'll take a nice full deep breath in, arms out and up. We're going to forward fold. So bend your knees a lot and then hinge at your hips, forward fold. Plant your hands and we're going to come into all fours first and then sink into child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. If that's too much, you could come up on your forearms and just let your neck relax, knowing that you can play around with your knee placement. Maybe knees together feels good for you. Maybe knees wider feels good. So find a position that feels right for your body at this time on this day. So if it's okay for you, bring your hands out in front of you. We're going to come to our belly, so you could come to all fours and then just sink onto your belly. And you could rest your forehead on the tops of your hands. From here, we're going to either have your arms out in front of you, spread kind of like Superman, or you could have your arms to your side. So see which arm placement feels good for you. And once you've found that placement, we're going to start by lifting our chest up as you inhale, but still looking at the ground, and then lifting left leg up, and then exhaling down. And then we'll switch to the other side. So lift your chest and right leg up, and exhale down. And we'll do that 2 more times on each side. So left leg up, chest up, and down, chest up, right leg up, and down. Breathing in as you come up, left leg up, exhaling down, and then right leg up, chest up, and down. So take a breath here. Next, we're going to come into Sphinx Pose. So what you'll do is you'll press yourself up onto your forearms. Your fingers will be spread wide. You'll be feeling sensation as you start out in your lower back. So don't go to a point where it hurts. Just feel the stretch. Now with your arms, imagine that they're grounded in your mat, but energetically you're moving your arms together, drawing your shoulder blades back. So this gives the sensation of working your muscles of your upper back. So your whole back is working, your upper back and lower back. It's a great pose for your back to strengthen those muscles. Notice your foot placement. It might feel good to have your feet wide in a V or together. You can play around with that. And then lower down. We'll take a breath here. Now bring your hands alongside your chest, palm side down. We're going to press up into all fours first, and then sink into child's pose, really extending your spine now. So reaching long, feeling that extension. Now press yourself up to all fours, and we're going onto our back. So you can come to a seated position first, maybe swing your legs around, and then we're just going to go on to our backs. And we'll start by doing bringing your knees up. So your hands will be on your knees. So as you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, and then breathe in, straighten your arms, bring your knees away. And do that a couple times with breath. So exhaling as you bring your knees towards your chest, inhaling, knees away, arms straight. And one more time. And out. Now place both of your feet on the mat. Bring your arms out alongside. Cross your right foot over your left knee. You could stay here. What we're looking for is having a little stretch on our right hip. You could lift your left foot off the ground, or even thread your right hand through the triangle in your leg and hold on to the back of your left leg. So I'm feeling a really nice stretch here, and it feels good to me to rock a little bit from side to side. So going into the stretch a little bit more deeply, and then letting go a little bit. So find what works for you. It might feel good to roll your ankles. Notice if you're holding your breath, and let the breath go. Feeling the release. And now you can bring your left foot down, uncross your right, and we'll go right to the other side. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. Staying here is perfectly fine. Do what's right for your body, or you could lift your right foot off the ground or thread your left hand through the triangle in your leg and hold on to the back of your right leg. You might notice that as you do this pose that one hip is tighter than the other. And this just gives you information that maybe you can think about activities that you do during the day that are uneven, maybe always crossing your one leg over the other. And see if you can work into your day crossing the other leg over. It likely will feel uncomfortable, but it will just give you that awareness that you're doing things during your day that could be aggravating your body. And then you can place your right foot down, uncross your left. And now we'll come into a full body stretch. So bring your arms out in one direction, your feet in the other, really extending your spine, and then come to your final resting pose of Shavasana. Traditionally, that's with your palms up, with your arms out slightly to your side, your legs in a V, slightly spread, and finding stillness. If this doesn't feel good on your back, you could use your blanket to support your knees, or you could maybe even have your knees up. So either having your feet wide, knocking your knees together, or just having your knees up. Just find a position that's comfortable for you, where you can find stillness for the last few minutes of our practice. So as you're settling in, let's do a full body scan, looking for areas that you might be holding tension and seeing if we can let go. So begin by bringing awareness to your shoulders. Notice if there's tension there. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, relax the muscles of your shoulders and see if you can let that tension go. Now bring awareness to your back, your upper back, your mid back, and low back. Take a breath in and notice if there's any tension. And then as you exhale, relax all the muscles of your back and see if you can let that tension go. Feeling your back melting into the earth. Next, bring awareness to your arms, your upper arms, elbows, forearms, all the way down to your fingers. Notice if there's any tension. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, release the tension in your arms. Next, bring awareness to your legs, your thighs, your knees, your shins and calves, ankles and toes. Notice if there's any tension residing there. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, see if you can release some of the tension. Draw awareness to your face. Notice if you're holding anything tightly, your jaw or your tongue. Take a breath in and see if you can let those muscles relax. Now go back and do a scan and notice if there's any areas that still have tension. And if there's tension there, don't worry necessarily about getting rid of it. Notice it's there and just see if you can allow some little bit of relaxation to come into those areas. So now that you've come to stillness, reach into your heart and say these words to yourself. May I be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May I be safe and protected. May I be free of mental suffering or distress. May I be happy. May I be free of physical pain and suffering. May I be healthy and strong. May I be able to live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, and with ease. Now call to mind a loved one, someone that you're very close to and care deeply about. And say these words to that person. May you be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May you be safe and protected. May you be free of mental suffering or distress. May you be happy. May you be free of physical pain and suffering. May you be healthy and strong. May you be able to live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, and with ease. Now call to mind somebody that you know, maybe an acquaintance, maybe somebody that you see frequently, like a grocery store clerk. Call that person to mind and send these words to that person. May you be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May you be safe and protected. May you be free of mental suffering or distress. May you be happy, free from physical suffering and pain. May you be healthy and strong. And may you be able to live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, with ease. Now call to mind somebody that causes you animosity or maybe pushes your buttons. And think of this person in kindness. We don't always know what other people are going through, and maybe they're pushing your buttons because they have something going on with them that you know nothing about. So offer these words to that person. May you be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May you be safe and protected. May you be free of mental suffering or distress. May you be happy. May you be healthy and strong. May you live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, and with ease. And next, take these words out to the world with you during your day, with all that you see. May you be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May you be safe and protected. May you be free of mental suffering or distress. May you be happy and free from physical pain and suffering. May you be healthy and strong, and may you live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, and with ease. Rest here. There's nothing left for you to do. You can simply be. Begin to draw awareness back to your breath, noticing your inhales and exhales, bringing energy and oxygen back into your body. You might feel some wiggles in your fingers and your toes as the energy and oxygen moves through your body. And as you continue to breathe deeply, feel your arms and legs move around, and when you're ready, roll onto your side, to whichever side is calling you. Perhaps if it's your right side, you're looking for a calm day. Maybe if it's your left side, you're looking for more energy and focus if you have a lot to get done today. As you're resting on this, whichever side you chose, take a moment in gratitude and thank yourself for practicing today and taking time for self-care. When you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Draw your hands to your heart when you arrive and feel the beating of your heart and give thanks to your heart, which beats 24/7, day and night, every month and year, all throughout your life. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.